Finally, what seemed like a never-ending destination, Sheepskin Hut, so it does exist. I know absolutely nothing about this other than it's a hut and it's called Sheepskin. Welcome everybody to an adventure. It's only 1.5 to 2 hours west of Sydney in what I would deem the last section of the Sydney Blue Mountains that I'm yet to explore, which is the Yengo National Park and surrounds. Like a true adventure style, I've got absolutely no idea what to expect. I've got a full tank of petrol which gives me 400 kilometers of range. My destination and the trip on the way home is yet to be determined, so I'm just going to go out there, explore, see what I come across and see what this beautiful part of the country has to offer. So let's get straight to it. So my dirt tracks have begun, and it's pretty evident that I'm in for a wet old soggy muddy day because we had about 30 mil of rain last night and it's been raining all morning. I'm actually soaked and freezing cold, but with my second ride in a week and my first week of riding in 5 months, I could not care one bit about Mother Nature right now other than get out and explore and enjoy it to the full. Normally being wet and soggy is miserable, but for a day trip, who bloody cares, and let's just get amongst it. So this is my first take a right or left turn off the main fire trail. It appears to be a dead end, oh man, but probably worth exploring just to get amongst it. Oh, well, maybe I should think more carefully before I start to film and speak. Obviously a dead end for a reason. Let's get out of here. Okay, so far it's been pretty cruisy fire trails, but my first point of interest is a lookout. Well, they've definitely put in a nice effort to make a nice viewing platform, that's for sure. Oh wow. I've got a cloudy old day, but I can still see pretty far in the distance. I'm heading over that way and then to the left a bit, I believe. Just so much bushland. This is only a little section of what the Sydney Blue Mountains has to offer as well. Mountains all through the distance there. There's a couple of signs here which I'll have a read in a second. One thing I've noticed about this Yengo National Park so far is that it's just 1 or 2 main fire trails. I could have that wrong as I go, but it's definitely a well maintained and protected area, and there's certainly not just any tracks to the left or right that every Tom, Dick and Harry can make, which is kind of cool that, you know, it's being protected. But in terms of exploring and having fun on the harder stuff, those tracks don't appear to exist thus far. But I'm only early in the day, but certainly is the vibe I'm getting at the moment. Beautiful bushland though, plenty of enjoyment to be had still. According to my maps, this is an old little dead end trail, but it's open, so I'm going to explore it. That's the fun side of adventure riding, is exploring these little unknown tracks. Let's see where it's a lookout or something. I think when it's like this, it's fair to say the track is no longer in use, but there's no fence or gate, which is very odd. I'm only halfway down a bit. I don't really know if it's going to be worthwhile. It's getting pretty sketchy. Well, I could probably get around there if need be, but I know it's a dead end, so I think it's fair to say this track is to become overgrown and no longer to be used. Whilst in the beginning of the video I said I'm in true adventure mode and just exploring as I go, I obviously had my phone here and using one of my offline maps to find out where I am and where I need to go should I get a tad lost. But in my hurry this morning, the charging cable that I've got in my bag here is actually one of those fancy USB-C CCIT bloody cables and not a USB output. So now my phone's on 20%. I can't use my charger up here because I don't have the right bloody cable, and I've truly got no idea what these tracks are and where they lead. So that's a bit concerning because I don't know how much or how long each track is. Can I afford it for fuel? Is it a dead end? Is it not? How to actually get home? So that's a bit of a worry. But anyway, as I descend this fire trail, it's pretty evident that I'm guessing nobody or very few people use it, but it's signposts, and I always wonder why it was made. Obviously it was made for a reason, but then who decides to stop maintaining it and wanting to use it? Who makes that bloody decision? Another dead end. Yeah, I'm not getting over this. It's not worth the hassle, but that was pretty cool coming down the valley here. No idea where it actually finishes, but not to be found out anymore, I don't think. Now to turn around to this bit of a shit show. Well, that was a section that I wanted to go in. I believe there's some sort of loop drive, probably very tame, but I'm sure it's pretty enjoyable with views in the bushland, but it's closed. Bookings required, no motorbikes. Surely that means no unregistered motorbikes. Anyway, that's a bit of a bummer, but that allows me to explore more because now I gain a bit more fuel range. I'll just turn around and we'll keep going. I tell you what, I always get let down by the weatherman. I took the gamble today. I knew it was going to be wet, but it was only meant to rain up until 9 AM. It's now 11:30 AM. It's still raining. And I took the gamble by taking out my waterproof liners because I had nowhere to tie them down to my bike should it get hot, but thinking it wouldn't rain for long. And you can't break my spirit yet, rain, but it just keeps raining and raining. I'm getting wetter and wetter and colder, but you gotta love Mother Nature sometimes. She always plays little practical jokes on us. This Howes fire trail, it's pretty cool. I believe I'm coming to an end, but obviously with the fires and the rain over the years, it's got such thick scrub either side, so you get a really tight feeling on the trail as you go. I'm just taking my time and enjoying it, but you could absolutely fang it along here if you wanted to, but no need today. I'll just take your time and experience the bushland and the wilderness. But yeah, highly recommend it, that's for sure. But I'll tell you what, if you're new to adventure riding, you just want a day trip, or you're on a big adventure bike and I don't know, want an introduction into the bush and fire trails, definitely cutting through Yengo National Park would be highly advisable. Not bad at all. Oh, private property, please shut the gate. Oh phew, I thought I was at a bloody dead end and had to go all the way back. But yeah, certainly a nice bit of road to, I don't know, explore. Nothing too crazy, practice your riding on. Certainly I've learnt that there's nothing in the form of single trails and or hardcore trails on the side of this fire trail, but that's fine. So I've now crossed the Putty and I'm on the west side of the Putty, and I'm on Commission Road heading towards Kangaroo Sheepskin Hut, which was a recommendation given to me online. The only problem is I've got to keep in mind that my phone battery is near dead, but I do believe I'm getting into more sort of state forest area rather than national park, so that should open up a lot more doors for just exploring random tracks and whatnot. But we'll wait till we get the Sheepskin Hut and then we'll take it from there and see what else we can find on the west side of the Putty. I don't know if you can see it well, but I'm effectively on a ridge line and I've come winding all, oh hang on, branching away, better watch what I'm doing. And I've came winding all the way up these mountains here, and I could see this trail from over on the left of me now, and I thought, I wonder if I want to go over there, and next you know, I'm on it. And I tell you what, Commission Road off the Putty, what a delightful fire trail it is. I don't know what condition it'll be as I get further and further into the bush, but fantastic bit of dirt road to get your bike on and just explore. But how can you ever get sick of just cruising a trail like this with the awesome Australian bushland either side of you? Yeah, it's not an outback track or a desert track, but it's still awesome riding to be had. Love it. Now, of all the dead ends I've come across on this trip, this is one track that's not meant to be a dead end, I know that for sure. And I've done 40 kilometers off the main road to get here, hoping to do some sort of loop, and maybe it looks like people have tried to come down here, but bloody hell, that's a massive tree. Certainly not towing that one out of the way. And I don't have a chainsaw, that's for sure, not on a motorbike. I don't know. Oh, it's a big bummer. That's a real big bummer. Well, it turns out I'm only a few kilometres from my point of interest, and it looks like a four-wheel drive has gone around this a couple of times. It's going to be tricky, but I'm going to give it a shot and see how we go. Oh, stored it. That's alright. Oh, beauty, how good's that? Another bloody fallen down log. I don't want to hit this and slide and go that way, but I reckon I can push my bike over this one easy enough. Just get the front wheel over, then I'll baby the rest. Yep, hit the bash plate, that's alright. Oh, beauty. I'll have to hit that on the way back as well, that's alright. Finally, what seemed like a never-ending destination, Sheepskin Hut, so it does exist. I know absolutely nothing about this other than it's a hut and it's called Sheepskin. That's pretty cool. Let's park the bike. Let's have a look inside. Oh, it's bloody mozzies everywhere, that's for sure. Oh wow. Just a pile of uprights, some cross beams at the top and some tin. Please help us to protect this hut by using the fireplace outside, thank you. Yeah, nice. That's a pretty cool little destination in my own backyard, which I never knew existed, thanks to the guy who told me to come and have a look. But the bike's doing an absolute treat. The DRZ400E kicking ass again. It was an enduro ride last week, got an adventure ride this week. I love this bike, it's so good. So whilst I leave Sheepskin Hut, which was awesome to see, I've had to make an executive decision due to having 10% left on my phone, battery that is, and having to go further into the bush before I get out of the bush. I've decided to backtrack just because I know what to expect, and I've got those 2 trees to get over, and from what the vibe has been today, there's going to be plenty more trees that I have to conquer, and I just can't afford not to make it home in time, otherwise the wife is going to be one unhappy lady. So we're going to backtrack. It doesn't mean the trip's over yet. So I'm at this fallen down tree again, and I just realised this first bit, you know, it's probably super basic, but you could also just, it's so greasy, just wash out or just totally stuff it up and not make it. But I've got to get up this, so I'm going to try to avoid pushing because that always hurts my stupid ankle at the moment, and we'll hopefully just get up this in one hit. Not much of a run up though. Let's see how we go. Come on. Yes, 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 good. Oh, sick. But now this branch or tree, I need to hit straight on. You know what? It's probably going to be safer purely because of the angle if I just walk this actually and not be an idiot. I've made it this far. That's much better. That's smart, Good, no branches stuck on me. Awesome. Come on, bike. Oh yeah. Just came across a pretty cool looking hill climb up to that power line tower. However, should I finish on a real big high and try to get up this hill? Or should I finish at a real big low and don't make it up the hill? Oh man. Let's just give it a shot. Come on, finish on a high. Let's just get up here. Oh, yeah, go, go, go. Oh, wow. Go, go, go. Go, 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 go. Ah, man, that's sketchy as. Oh, I'm totally stuck now. Ah, I've been defeated. This is no good to be stuck here. I'm gonna have to turn around, I think, because I won't have the momentum to get going. Got to just wiggle this around like this and get that. Well, we didn't crash, we didn't finish it, but we gave it a good crack. No point risking dropping the bike and trying again. But on a plus note, what a bloody top view. Absolutely sensational. All right, ready, set, stand up now. Oh, go, go, go. Yes, yes, yes. Whew, what an adrenaline rush. I don't mind not making up the hills, as providing I don't crash on the hill. Whilst I wind my way out of the bush and back to civilization, it's going to be about a 420 kilometre start to finish day for me today, which is pretty good. But I'll tell you what, if you live in Sydney and or out of town, you want a day trip or an overnight or adventure ride, highly recommend the Yengo and Wollemi National Park. There's plenty more trails in amongst here that I certainly didn't achieve today. But if you want some wide open, fast or slow fire trials and nothing too crazy, but with beautiful, beautiful sights, you can't go wrong with these two locations. But anyway, I'm going to absolutely fang it to get out of here now. And until next time, guys, I'll catch you all later and hopefully you enjoyed the ride.